Hi everyone, it's Nubian Sun Ra back with another video. And today I just want to share some ideas with y'all. We will have a plan in our mind, and sometimes it might not be the plan for us. And with it not being the plan for us, or what the Most High, the universe, God, whichever terminology you use, the plan that they do not have for us, it usually do not work out the way we intended it. And what I'm saying is, it's not like we are not creators of our own reality, but it's about alignment. And a lot of times we'll have plans that are not aligned with the plan that the divine has for us. And other terms, in religious terms, they'll say that everyone's life is written like a book. It's like the day we were born, the day we die, the events of our lives are written in stone or on paper, a scroll or whatever. And that's just a terminology, metaphorically speaking. And when it comes to us planning, we must know who we are and our soul's purpose. So to be able to get there, we have to go through trials, tribulations, going within, a lot of healing. It's a process. And while we are going through that process, we are finding out exactly what is the plan that is destined for us. And a lot of people might see it as some form of interference with their plans and where they want to go with their own life. And when we are not being successful in the ways we would like to be successful, we might get angry. We might get fed up and tired, might curse and scream, rebel against the divine forces. And a lot of times that is just something that we have to work with within ourselves and just learn how to trust in the divine. And trusting in the divine is very important if you want to be able to move in a comfortable way, and it's not like you are kicking and screaming your way through it, even though a lot of us find ourselves doing that. And it's an easier transition to just surrender. And with the universe being that way with destiny, that's keeping a lot of us safe as well. Because there are people that want to do things and work certain things into our lives that is not destined for us. And we can combat that by actually being or working on alignment and being aligned. And that's how we find our protection. Because if you're just walking into the traps, then that's prolonging exactly the good things that we want. Even though it might not be all of what we want, a lot of times it's just what we need. And we don't really look at needs as importance. because of our wants being something more desirable. So that's one thing we also work with inside ourselves, and that's gratitude and self-love, because when you love yourself, you know that you need the things that you need, and wanting things are just some form of 3D or ego perspective, and it helps you from not being bitter a lot of times about how things play out, and not wanting to take accountability for the fact that we can make choices is one way that we long our suffering when it comes to why and what and who with the earth and our existence and who we are. So with everything being one, even the people who are trying to change like destinies and trying to inflict things that are not being approved by the Most High, they are also going through a transformation. It's just they're on an end where they might not have evolved or learned lessons and things of that nature. And this could be anybody. Right now, I see there's a lot of fear tactics in the media with like a movie about meteors or something falling from the sky, and it's something that is just a plan. But we can have a plan, but it doesn't always mean that it'll work. Just like with the situation with the illness virus that's going around, like they expected it to be something that they just came up with in the lab, like the flu or things of that nature. They didn't expect it to become such a big thing. And I guess, God had other plans, and they set themselves up for that by even creating it in the first place. But that's just an example of having a plan and it does not work out the way you intended it. A lot of times we try to play one up on the universe and try to do things our own way, and a lot of times it might or might not work, and usually it's because of one of those reasons. Being able to surrender is an important thing that we all must adhere to if we want to make progress when it comes to the way we live, the way we treat each other. And it all starts with what we do within ourselves, because you can't change people. You can only work with yourself, and working with yourself and aligning yourself. You never know what your path holds, so that make a difference within the earth and in the universe, the energy, because we all hold a position that is very important. So even if it's just You are one person. One person is enough to make movement. And we were taught backwards. We just think like there's more power in numbers when it comes to everything, and that's only when it comes to certain things. I just feel like being specific about situations and how it's done is important, because when we are not specific, when you put out an idea, a lot of times people might take it as exactly the way you said it, when there is circumstances where the statement might not apply. And that's just what I gathered. And I just feel like we just have to stay in our lane. When I mean in our lane, meaning focus on ourselves and what we contribute to the universe, and not worry about who's not doing what, because everyone is at different levels and places within their journey, and we are not to carry everything on our backs. We can only take what is given to us. And I felt like it was important to say that, because a lot of times whenever there's chaos, famine, and grief going on in the world, there is always people who want a quick fix, or are angry and come up with dramatic wishes and hopes of humanity changing it to something that is against ourselves, or just giving in and selling out. And to each his own. But what I talk about on my channel is finding our way back to ourselves, loving ourselves, healing, balancing the mind. And those are the first steps, to beginning our journey and our connection that we were born with the divine. And that's all we can really do. And it's enough work, because think about all the things that we go through from birth all the way up to adulthood. And like I say in my other videos, it's the little things. So just imagine all the little things that we have to work on daily throughout our life, just to be able to sustain our inner peace, our health. It's all through choices. And I feel like sometimes we count ourselves out, and we talk ourselves into thinking that it's too hard. So a lot of times we stop because of all the opposing forces. And the opposing forces are there for a reason. We have to accept that too. We have to Well, not accept, but just be aware. Because a lot of times acceptance means to go along with that program, and we're not going along with any program that is not fit for us. So it's because program can be good or bad. And just keep going regardless of all the opposing forces when it comes to how we live within this system that we're currently in. And I just wanted to share that information for anyone who's having any doubts, might be struggling with going with the flow of the universe and their journey, and needed some type of word or comfort from me specifically, because sometimes we just need to hear certain things, and then when it comes from certain other people, it just sounds different. You can hear something from 5 different people, and you might just only feel it, and it registers better from like one of those people. It's like that sometimes, So I hope everyone is earthing, drinking your water, meditating, doing affirmations, and loving yourself. Affirmations being, I am love. I am loved. I am healed. Peace and love.